We are a family that lives in Albany, New York.
And we have a farm to show you.
It's our urban homestead. So come on, see what we got growing.
Follow me, everyone. Follow me. These are our chickens. We have raised one and got one from the farm.
What are their names, buddy?
One of them is Missy and one of them is M&M. What is it?
M&M and Nilla.
Nilla.
You want to show them the coop?
Yes. Come on. So this is our coop, and of course a tomato plant is growing near it. And this is where we got our eggs. And we get them, but I already got mine. And no, M&M didn't lay hers yet. And this is our pond. We have 4 fish and 900 tadpoles.
And he loves feeding the fish every day.
Get the fish to come over.
Yeah. This is a pond we actually built by hand. The 3 of us dug it out last spring. And we put all these plants in to attract some beneficial bugs and just to look beautiful.
Also, we don't have a filter to filter out our pond, so we put as much. I think the rule of thumb is like a third of your pond needs to be filtered into plants. I think we're a little bit more than that, but yeah, our water is crystal clear, and we do not have a pond filter at all. We just have all these beautiful plants and some fish.
And we'll show you the mushroom
Wait,
log.
wait just a minute. Mike, can you get them in again?
Yeah, sure. Here, they come I don't know if they like that stuff so much, but
Well, let's see.
if you had your own fish food, like
Filter. Sometimes it turns into water and then it attracts more water.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Okay.
So over, I'll show you underneath our massive viburnum here, which is beautiful in the spring and in the fall. Produces a lot of shade, so talk to how do we grow under the shade. Well, we got some good rain this week and some thunder, and come check this out.
Want to see it, bud?
We got marshmallows. We got marshmallows. We got mushrooms too.
So our mushroom logs are taking off. Watch out, buddy, you're right in the film. If you just move over a little
sorry.
bit. There you go. Take a look.
Make sure.
They're just starting to they're just starting to pop.
And so we inoculated these when, Mike?
I think 2 seasons ago.
And they produce obviously tons of mushrooms for us.
And if you look up, they're right under the drip edge of the roof of the garage. So when it rains, the water comes down and keeps these nice and moist for us. So they basically fruit automatically on their own. So they're too young right now.
Yeah, I gotta wait a little while.
Oh, how about they're mostly big over there?
No, they gotta be a lot bigger for us.
You want to show the nasturtium, buddy?
Another one. Is that one poisonous?
Well, I don't know what that kind of mushroom is. That came in the ground.
Want to show us the nasturtiums that you love? So now we'll show you the garden we have.
A couple blueberries?
Oh yeah. We've got blueberries over there.
Blueberries, buddy?
Mom, I want to show them.
Okay.
So, over here, you might think these are just regular flowers. You could actually eat them. You have to just pick them. You could eat them, and you have, and they're spicy too.
Good. And over here you see we're growing, as Mike was just picking, some blueberries.
Here you go, buddy. You want some blueberries? So yeah, I could talk about our fence line here. The vines you see growing on the fence line over here is actually called a hardy kiwi vine. And I put these metal panels up along our fence to give us more height and for more room for the kiwis to grow. So basically it's an edible screen to keep our neighbors, to keep privacy in. And it's not fully enclosed yet, but I would say by next year it'll be a wall of edible kiwi fruits that also seasonally screens our neighbors out, because in the wintertime the leaves aren't there. But we don't really hang out here.
Wait, Mom, I got a good one. And you can see here, just like a regular flower, one is starting to bloom. This one's really tiny. And we have giant tomatoes. Nobody could see any privacy over here.
Yeah, we've actually picked a lot of.
Oh yeah, and
We had a ton of tomatoes recently, but we picked a lot of them.
and we have millions of carrots.
We have carrots. We have peppers that are growing over here. You can see
Radishes.
radishes. Back there are peas. Some lettuce you see growing over
This
here.
is our peach tree that's done for the season.
Peach. And you notice we have flowers. Why do we have flowers? We have flowers because they attract the insects, the beneficial bugs. Bugs are good for your garden. Some people think they're bad.
Don't step on my carrots. You want to step on
Okay.
my carrots?
But you see this
Yes,
Anis
yes, yes,
hyssop
yes,
is,
yes. Mom,
I don't know if
Mom.
you can see it in the camera, but there's tons of bees flying around it, pollinating it, and thus pollinating our vegetables.
And we have 3 apple trees that are not doing so great.
cherry tomatoes,
We're
yeah.
probably gonna get rid of them. Same with our plum tree up here. We have some melons growing back in there. Some kale left over.
So you see we have cherry tomatoes. Merrick, you want some cherry tomatoes? So I love tomatoes, as you'll see. I've planted a ton.
Too many tomatoes.
Carrot.
Merrick's got carrots over there that he planted.
We got our first one.
You want to show it?
It's actually really tiny. I don't even know if it's carrot.
It's gonna be a carrot.
Let's take a bite, bud. Take a bite for the camera, for the audience.
I have to go wash it, so if you take me out, I want to cherry tomato.
Alright, so while these guys are fiddling around over there, I'll show you something cool.
Oh, you could show. No, stop. Everyone just show around where you want. I'll be right back.
So over here in this corner, I got a Yasta berry. That's this hanging out here. It's sort of, this is kind of a little bit of a mess because I was experimenting with a lot of things, but I have, this is a Yasta berry, the delicious, a cross between a currant and a gooseberry. And then I have these panels over here, which I want to do some more cool stuff with, but I got this this passion flower. I think Mary wants to show us the chicken that she picked
I
up.
just picked up a chicken.
So we got these, this is a tropical one that I caught back and I bring it inside for the winter time. And then over here, this vine, which I thought died, that's why I planted the other stuff next to it. But this is an air potato, which I'm excited. It actually came back in full force. So it's sort of intermingling with multiple other plants. And I also transplanted some wild blackberries, which are right in here, that I actually survived too. So I'm gonna have to rearrange just a little bit next season, but for now we're just gonna let it rock. And now I think Merrick is anxious to show us his little teeny carrot. That let's get in there close. Yeah. What do you think?
It tastes like a good carrot.
All right.
And we got, let's show a few more things. We got tons of basil. We're actually drying some basil over there on the table for the season. You know, you get a surplus of vegetables at once, and so you have to learn how to can them and
And we got another
Dry
kind
them.
of tomato.
it was so good.
We got a weeping mulberry, a nankeen cherry.
Which is a cherry tree.
But we had, oh, that's not a,
Oh.
that's a mulberry tree, and
Oh.
then this is a cherry tree hanging out next to it. But we have to do some moving and shifting around. And we're gonna say goodbye. Oh, and there's Monica in the background. She was hiding the whole time, but she's here. She started the film.
There's the chickens.
Okay, bye everybody. Thanks for seeing us and hanging out. And
Bye. Oh, my mom is pregnant.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And we're gonna be able to feed
I can't.
2 kids soon.
I couldn't see anything at the end. Like,
okay, still recording. It's got you saying that too. Oh, and our chickens, they love watermelon.
We can show the compost actually if we're still rolling.
Okay, our compost is
So we throw our scraps in that bucket
so we
right
got
there.
some beans growing here too. These are all blueberries along our driveway too.
Blueberries, Christy.
Well, they're all done for the season, buddy. But and then we got some daisies that are spent and some salvia.
And a giant tomato tree.
And this is our compost tomato. This tomato just sprouted. The seeds were in the compost and they just grew, and we let it grow. And this happens every year. We have compost
We
tomato.
call them compost tomatoes.
And
So
we
this
have.
is our
And,
homemade fresh
oh my god, a beetle.
compost.
Oh my god, I have a toy beetle like that.
Right.
Do you see any worms?
Not right now, but I'm sure there's worms in there.
Oh, that's
Let's show the top. Let's close the
Okay.
bottom.